Hi students, I hope all are fine. So today we are going to learn about the importance of being grateful or being thankful. So I had already told you in the last class to list out some of the things for which we need to be grateful for which we need to be grateful. So I had asked you to prepare or list out some of the things which you had taken for granted and list out or write down which are those things for which you have to be grateful. So it's a poem. Gratefulness is a poem written by Joseph T Rinaldi. Okay, Joseph T Rinaldi, originally from Winburn, Pennsylvania, has spent 40 years in the field of education. Okay, he was a person who worked in the field of education for 40 years, long 40 years. Since his retirement, he spent much of his time in the visual arts, especially writing, painting, drawing and woodcraft. His popular poems are a binding relationship, a birthday greeting and a bountiful harvest. He is the author of The Willing Wind, a tale of love and obsession, and assortment of poetry. His poem Graduation Day is the most read of all the poems he has written. Okay, so he was a person who worked in the field of education for long 40 years. So after his retirement, he dedicated his works, his life for visual arts like reading, writing, uh, sorry, not reading, writing, painting, drawing, and so on. Okay, so I had told you, as this we'll see in the live session, I had told you to list out some other things for which we need to be grateful. So before we enter into the poem, I just want to tell you a short story which gives us the feel of being thankful or of being grateful. So it's a story all paid with a glass of milk. Okay, in this story, what we see is we see a young boy moving from a very famished boy who was very hungry. He was moving from one house to the other to get some food. So no one gave him, but at last he reached a door of the house, and that particular lady opened the door. So this boy asked for a bit of water. So this lady, seeing that he was hungry, gave him a glass of milk. So he drank and he went away from there. Okay, years went by. This lady got or contracted a sickness, a serious sickness, and was admitted in the hospital. So when she was admitted in the hospital, for the for her what do you call it, for her treatment, she had to spend so much of money. Okay, so much of money, and there was a doctor who helped her or who treated her. Okay, so when she received, after she got all right, okay, everything was fine, and when she received the bill, she was very sad because it was a so much of amount had to be spent for her treatment, and she was very sad. But she told the nurse, okay, I don't have so much of money. But the nurse had told her it's already paid, and she gave her a slip in which it was written all paid with a glass of milk. Means to say that this doctor was that boy to whom this lady gave milk. Okay, so this doctor was grateful for the kindness which this lady had shown. Okay, so that is a story. So now we shall just enter into this particular poem, that is gratefulness, which tells us that we need to be grateful for each and everything, each of the minutest things that we have, and that we own, and that we have acquired. Okay, See, the poem starts like this. I am grateful for the eyes that I can see the activities that can be done by me. I am grateful for the ears that I may hear the sobbing of those who need me near. Okay, the poet is saying that he is grateful for his eyes. Why? Because only because of the eyes, since I am able to see, I can do the activities, I can do work. It is only because I can see properly. And the author is saying, I am grateful for the ears that I may hear the sobbing of those who need me near. Okay, the poet, first he is grateful for the eyes, then he is grateful for the ears. Why? Because he can hear others crying. So you might think that the poet is saying this because he must be uh, a sadist, okay, one who is taking pleasure from others pain. No, the poet is saying, I may hear the cry of those people who need me near. Means to say, the poet can extend a hand of help or a helping hand to those people who cry. So, first he says he is grateful for the eyes because he can do work, and second he says he's grateful for his ears because he can see he can hear the cry of the people and help them. And he says, I am grateful for the lips that I might speak words of comfort and peace to all who seek. Okay, I am grateful for a mind that I might know how to aid those who need me so. Okay, so here the poet is saying he is grateful for his lips because he can speak the words of peace, speak the words of comfort. If someone is suffering, the poet can speak a word of comfort or a word of peace to those people who are suffering. Then he's saying, I'm grateful for my mind. Why? Because I can know those, or I can know the sufferings of the people and give them my aid, give them my assistance for those people who need me so. Okay, so in the second stanza, the poet is saying that he is grateful for his lips that he might speak words of comfort and peace to people who seek, who are grieved or who are suffering. And he says he is grateful for his mind so that he is able to understand those people who are in pain and give them his his aid, his assistance. Then he says, I'm grateful for the hands that I might do some arduous or simple task for you. I am grateful for the ability to always pray to give me the strength and guidance every day. Okay, so the poet is saying, he is grateful for his hands. Why? So that he can do simple and strenuous tasks. Strenuous means hard tasks, hard works. For whom? For us. Okay, especially for those people who cannot find a way to do work. Then he is grateful for his ability to always pray, is the ability to pray. Why? So that he gets strength and guidance every day from the prayer that he says. Okay, so he is saying he is grateful for his hands so that he can do art, or he can do tasks. Okay, tasks for the people who need him. Then he is saying he is grateful for the ability to always pray. That is the reason prayer is what which gives him the strength and guidance to go about every day. And towards end, the poet is saying something, that he is grateful for one thing. For that is what the poet considered as a most important thing. That is this: I am grateful for one thing. What is that thing? All else above, that I was given a heart that I may love. Okay, the poet is saying he is grateful for one thing above all. Why? Because he was given a heart that he may love. So the poet is grateful for the minutest things that he has received or he has acquired in his life. So this particular poem is saying, the poet is trying to convey to the reader that we need to be grateful for everything, for our eyes, for our legs, hands, mind, the ability to speak, okay, our senses. There are so many people who are born without the five senses, without body, they are handicapped. But there are people who are born with born with a perfect body, but they complain. So the poet is saying we cannot complain for anything and everything. We cannot complain because we have so much of ability to be grateful for. Okay, for example, if some people find difficult to use hand, if they do not hand, they use their legs in order to write, they use their mouth in order to paint. There are so much of examples we have in our day-to-day lives. That's why the poet is saying we need to be grateful for simple things in our lives. For the things that we have taken for granted, we need to be grateful. Okay, so that is this poem about, and we'll see about it in detail. So we'll see about the vocabulary. There are four of them. That is, first one, sobbing means crying. Comfort means to make somebody who is worried feel better. Aid means help or assistance. Arduous means involving a lot of effort or energy. So we have a worksheet. There are 4 questions in it. So it is easy for you. Just read it and you will be able to write the answers for. Why is the poet grateful for eyes and ears? Second one, why do lips and mind help? How do lips and mind help a human being? Third one, what does the poet use his hands for? Fourth one, why does the poet place the heart above all else? Okay, the poet, I'll give you a hint. Why does he place his heart above everything else? Because we say that we are able to love because we have a heart. Only if you have a good heart, then you will be able to show kindness to people, show love towards people, and give them your best. Give them your best in the sense, give the uplift to them. Just a show or a smile would be enough that other people will be happy. So in order to make others happy, we need to be grateful for all that we have received. We have so much of things, so we have so many things to be grateful for. So the poet says he is grateful for his heart above all because he might love. Love is that which helps a person to grow in the day-to-day life. That is what the poet says. Okay, so worksheet, you will be able to do it, I'm sure. If you are finding it difficult, you just leave it. We will do it during the live session. So I hope today's class is clear to you. Thank you and bye.